Lindsay, thank you. Friday morning means it's time for another One Tank trip. And this Black History Month, we want to take the time to highlight and celebrate the people, places, and things in our community every chance we get. Anchor Deja Jones taking us on a One Tank trip to the Kansas City Automotive Museum. She's been there before, but this time highlighting one of the nation's first African-American automobile dealers who set up shop right here in KC.
This Black History Month, we're highlighting one of the nation's first African-American car dealers who built his legacy right here in Kansas City.
Homer B. Roberts was a luminary of his time. He was the first commissioned officer in the Army Signal Corps, and he returned to Kansas City and then pursued a degree in electrical engineering from K-State and the Tuskegee Institute, and then later came back to Kansas City again and saw a niche developing within the automotive sector where there wasn't an opportunity for professional, up-and-coming middle-class African-Americans to buy automobiles, which was becoming a tool of the time for transportation. White dealers had begun to see a lot of profitability in selling a whole spectrum of automobiles. Black customers weren't being served by white dealers.
So Homer B. Roberts decided to bridge the gap by buying vehicles wholesale from white dealers and then selling them to black clientele, eventually opening up shop at 18th and Vine.
He became a dealer himself and actually became one of the first African-American franchise dealer for a host of small brands that kind of no longer exist today, but did back then.
The Roberts building eventually became more than just a dealership.
Where he had a showroom, sales floor for automotive sales, and then also retail spaces, everything from a pharmacy to an ice cream shop. He had offices for professionals, lawyers, and doctors. So it was really quite an enterprise that he developed down in 18th and Vine during the 20s.
Roberts also gained attention from his cutting-edge advertisements for his business.
He began running ads in the Kansas City local newspapers, and they were really well thought of for the time, print ads, and they had an artistic edge and decor, and he highlighted the professionals by name who he sold to in the community, and that was a really winning advertising pitch for him.
The old Roberts building still stands today, although in disrepair. Many in the black community would like to preserve this part of history.
I believe that the facade preserved and new structures should be built to save the facade and reuse that space as commercial space, office and retail. I think the district is coming into another cycle of maybe having a heyday and being a beacon of black entrepreneurship and African-American history and future success. And so I think we should collaboratively preserve those treasures within our community.
An important legacy to treasure and highlight so that future generations can have an example that they can do it too. For One Tank Trips, Deja Jones, KSHB 41 News.